Okay, so thank everybody for being.
Did you play something, bro?
Hey, no, don't play me like that because they told me they.
Okay, all right,
Yeah, we
bro. All
heard
right,
it. We
Nah,
heard
they
it on the
told me.
post.
They told me.
all
Yeah,
right,
you
bro.
couldn't hear it live, but you can hear it post.
All right, I'll let you have it. Oh, okay, got
Okay, you see me? Okay, so you know. It's a little bit of everything. They are out to get us, stabbing people, as you just heard. The sirens. There seems to be a bit of a discourse going on between Reach Records and Capitol Records. Now, look, I thought that this was all
you.
gravy. I thought that this was all nice and everything was good, and they did what they were supposed to do. But it looks like that is not what happened, and I really, really hate this for the community because at that point, here we go again, right? We had the whole situation whenever Flame took Katy Perry, and it, he got drained and drained and drained, and ultimately to say no, right? like it took them a while, and now we have this situation. Tribal is running around and they're claiming that there were a lot of people done wrong within that situation. We've had people come on this channel and give their own testimony about what happened in those accounts. But here we have a very big company who's kind of doing the same thing and kind of walking out of an agreement. Could it be that Christian hip hop is just hard to sell?
Bro, you looking for them over your shoulder, bro?
Yeah, bro. I gotta make
for
sure
Capitol?
Hey,
Bro, you looking for Capitol, bro?
Hey, the timeline down through this says in July 2025, Capitol CMG President Brad O'Donnell informed Reach that a UMG investment committee approved the acquisition. And then in August, both parties signed a letter of intent. The agreement locked in the purchase price, stating it could only change if final due diligence uncovered material adverse findings. The turnaround 5 rounds of due diligence passed without any negative findings. Yet right before the closing, O'Donnell abruptly pulled the plug, and he told Reach Records that the price was too high based on earnings multiples and claimed the final figure lacked approval. Reach then sued for breach of contract. Here we have another record company doing the exact same thing to some Christian artists. And we had the same thing happen within Christian hip hop as well. Why does this keep happening to us? Is it because they don't believe in Christian rap? Do they truly not believe that we have a valuable fan base? I mean, I'm sure Reach Records proved that to be the case. They had to. Ain't this at the time that Lecrae won Grammys? And we talked about going gold on his records. Like, is this not that same crazy? It's not that same Reach Records that had that crazy run. Like, what are we talking? They didn't make none. I don't understand. I don't know.
And that's the problem because they sleeping.
Bro,
they slept.
That's crazy to me.
Russell Westbrook, that's the problem. For real.
That's the problem. Oh yeah.
That's the problem for real.
But no, I don't understand why we always come to the fact where it's we promised you this and we can't give you this. If they truly can't, because I don't know if they're just being evil, right? I mean, we could say that it's a wicked industry and that it's an evil industry, but I don't know if in this specific situation he's just being evil, or did he not make the purchase price to give? Right? I mean, could that not be a possibility? And then where does that kind of fall in this whole situation? Merely speculation, mind you, right? We're on the outside looking in and looking at the bit of information we have. But I mean, is this not telling that, these people are getting it? Obviously, we're popular enough to give these record deals too. Obviously, we're popular enough that you see some sort of validity in what we do. But somewhere along the line, are they betting too high? I mean, what you think, Chris?
I mean, who betting too high?
The record labels betting too high because in all these situations, it's hey, we don't have it. I mean, it's what it's boiling down to.
Yeah, I mean, there's a case of that. I mean, but when the music industry is nothing but chances and investments. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's nothing but chances and it's you're betting and putting your hat in the ring to bank on a certain album, artist, and or project. I mean, it's almost like hitting a lotto, really, bro. The record business in general is like cooked, bro. And like
Mhm.
So
where
you
we
say
are today.
straws at this point? Is
Say
that
that
kind of
again.
where we're at? They're grasping for straws.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's cooked for the simple fact, like, how much can you really invest in a single artist and or project or album? My thinking is, if you are going to partner with another label, then, I mean, if you're not going to make sure that you're getting every possible thing that you can out of them, then I really don't think that it's any point in doing business with them, especially a major label, a label that's supposed to be above you, that's supposed to be helping you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all fishy at the end of the day. Like, it's just all fishy business. And I can imagine not saying that, they are guilty, from the accused, but I don't.
The game is ever changing. Sure, things are a little bit different now. Sure, you got to bet on streaming and how many TikToks, you know what I'm saying, someone can pump out and actually garner the attention, right? The new currency is follows, right? The new currency is what can you bring to the table yourself that I don't have to do the work for, right? This is all new territory, but they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. So you can't tell me that in the grand scheme of things, when they actually made this move, that they didn't foresee or, good or great things coming towards them. I mean, we're also talking, when did they do this? 2018? When they first signed this, 2017?
Bro, that was forever ago.
Like I'm saying,
Yeah,
and we was all good until
yeah,
2025.
yeah.
Mm.
Like, Dave, where you at on that?
It makes me wonder if what's his name, O'Donnell, has anything that he may kind of possibly trying to conceal on a financial level, because this kind of reminds me of something similar, but not along the same lines. Of there was a time where Russell Simmons went through certain things and allegations in his career, and that kind of had to wipe away all his business endeavors and things like that. As far as All Def, I don't know if y'all are familiar with All Def Digital. I'm sure y'all
Yeah,
are.
yeah.
But Russell Simmons had kind of had big part of revamping it, or just when he revamped it, before he went away, he had to take it away because of what he was going through business wise in his personal life. So I feel like it could kind of be something like that. I could be wrong, but it just makes me think nobody does this for no reason. Like, you don't just pull on a promise or renege on a contract just for no simple reason. I'm pretty sure there's some private matters going on behind the scenes at CMG, because it's
Yeah.
crazy to call them CMG, but they are the Christian CMG. But literally, because I'm looking at CMG and I'm like, I only think about Yo Gotti when I see you CMG. But they probably are
I
going through
mean,
some real things behind the scenes to where they had to breach this contract by force, not choice. Like,
so let O'Donnell tell it. These were contract negotiation. This was more like a placeholder for their ongoing contract negotiations. Like, this was just like let's circle around on that. like
like
let's
we'll
circle back
revisit
to
that.
that.
We'll
Yeah.
rediscuss that
So
later.
are we going? So are these record labels with professional people going off of Trust Me Bros? Like, you know
To
what I'm
you,
saying?
that's
Like,
what it sounds like. He just said,
Yeah. Yeah.
what
Real. Yeah.
what are we
because
doing
it
here?
sounds like you're breaching contracts. Like, I'm
Just,
thinking the lawsuit is from a whole
just
contract breach. Like, if
Yeah,
it's not that,
he
then
said they and I guess, I mean, what is this? Is this a contract buyout? Is that kind of what this is?
I
Is
wouldn't
that
call it that yet.
huh?
It's the breach, because the judge is.
No,
It
no, no. I
didn't
know
say.
it's a breach, but is that what the original agreement was upon? Was it upon a contract buyout? Was that the original agreement? and then he reneged on the contract buyout. Is that kind of where we're at with this?
When you say buyout, that just means that it nulls the contract because
Yeah,
was,
like, hey, you got
okay.
X amount of years left on this contract, but this ain't really kind of what we thought it is. Let's just go ahead and we'll give you this much money and we'll drop our, deal with you and you ain't got to finish it out. And yeah, so on and so forth.
Yeah, just trust me, bros. Like,
yeah,
bro, this stuff gotta be
like, let me go talk to him. Is that what he did? Is that what he did? I'll do it for you, Craig. There's no reason that you have to, an artist of your stature, there's no reason that you would have to bring yourself to that level. Let me do it, Craig. I got you.
Man, what does Ben Washer say?
Hey, wait a minute, Chris. Did he do him like Michael when Craig came in and he said it? Did he say, I can't do nothing? Did he call? He called MTV and he said, hey, you play his records or I'm pulling all my artists from your station.
Yeah, we're pulling them all,
bro. Capitol, Capitol pulled a Smokey, bro. They counted out $100 and flipped it over and counted another $100. He said, "Is you serious?" He looked at Worm like, "Did Worm just see that?" He said, "I know you ain't serious right now. You don't have my money." Yeah, Reach said, "If you don't have my money by 7, I'm smoking you and them."
Thanks,
I hate,
But you gotta be if you're reaching, you're Cray, you're Ben Washer, you gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Like you've been doing this for 20 years or so with Reach Records, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you can't go out like the record label that's just letting other companies like. Nah, I think Reach Records has a sense of seriousness about them and the way that they hold themselves and their business dealings. Like you take things like this serious, and especially in the Christian space, you don't let big companies get by with just like not paying and not doing their fair share. You know what I'm saying? Of things that they agreed to. So like, hey, like you got to come with it if you reach. Like I understand it. 1,000%.
But look, they wanted to pull out of the Flame situation. That wasn't worth. Hold on, that wasn't worth. I'm just saying. But
hey, that flame situation. Well, you know what?
I find this to be different.
I don't believe
the
like
copyright situation.
Yeah, with Katy Perry, I don't believe that.
Oh, that was different.
They were really like. I don't think Cray really wanted to get involved in that. That was a weird time too, because that was around when like Cray was like first breaking into like mainstream and stuff like that too.
Well,
so
I mean,
it was
like the time that they really got it to be serious, Cray was like on his way back. Like he wasn't really.
What you mean? When it first. The ruling. So that's what
I was saying. Once it got serious, like once they actually like really went to court, bro, Cray was on his way back over here, bro. He was on this end.
I was talking about when the lawsuit first happened. When the lawsuit first happened. Right.
Yeah.
So Gravity era, Gravity, all that. He was just now like getting his foot into mainstream. So that's what I'm saying. When it first started, he didn't speak about it. I don't really think he mentioned it till like years later, if at all. Honestly,
like I said, I mean, it bubbled for a little bit and around in that 2019 time frame.
When they got shut down. Yeah, when they got shut down, he kind of making his way back. You know what I'm saying? But that I honestly forgot all about it, and then it looped around, and it was like, because at first they won. At first he won, and then like 2 or 3 years went by, and then it was like, oh, it was reversed. It was like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like
2015 and around 2021, 22, somewhere up in there. But my whole thing, or just the whole point of me kind of bringing that up is, first and foremost, I mean, it is different if we're being honest, right? This is somebody messing with your money. That was more like an intellectual property type of situation. Like, as much as we're in this industry and as much music as we're putting it out, like something is going to overlap at some point. Like, I think that's just human nature, but we really can't prove that. But here we can prove this. We have, certain pieces of evidence that we can show to say this is exactly the only reason why we even agreed to this was because this person in good faith said that it was based on these terms.
Man, you might need to settle out. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's in ink and everything.
But is it worth it for? Back? I mean, this is bigger than this, right? Going back down to tribal. I mean, they're running around here, defrauding artists and things like that based off of. This is why I said, could this quite possibly be that they sold too high, Dede, on Christian hip hop, right? Or, kind of looking forward and saying, oh, you can do this. I'm a numbers guy. What did they say out of Cleveland? Analytically, we won that game. Analytically, these numbers said that this is what we were going to do,
regardless of the scoreboard.
Maybe that didn't happen. I don't know. Like, do you believe that to be the case, Dave?
I think that is the case a lot of times, man. People kind of get in bed. Again, they get in bed. I hate to use that term, but they get in bed with people, each other. These deals come about, and then you decide at the end, ultimately, that the juice is not worth the squeeze. Like, maybe we got too much dip on our chip because every dollar we get out, we need $2 to come back for everyone we pump out, and we're not getting it.
But you can't tell me Reach Records wasn't giving them that, bro.
Maybe, no and that's the thing. Like, that's why I don't want to say it, but I feel like the details matter because they gave so much, they can give so much that can be a backfire as well. That could be a misfire as well. Thinking that, well, Reach is going to bring us up. It's like going to the bank and knowing you're the millionaire, and the bank isn't that until you give them your million for them to keep and use your money to be a business and to be an entity in the flow, in the work properly, and not go bankrupt and stay in the red, because that's always the goal, right? The goal is to always remain out of the red, whatever we can do possible, and that's including robbing the artist or robbing the lesser business, the lesser label, because it's a partnership. It's not exactly. Like, I really took that money. I took whatever we gave up front. I gave you that. Take what you want, get the rest back in blood. Say what you want, feel how you feel. I don't care if we're a Christian artist, Christian label.
Man, that just sucks though, bro. Like, and you hear about these stories, like there's not a great artist story out there. Like when you talk about these people where they're not getting robbed by the label. Like, that is just such a normal part for the course. And it is crazy that there aren't certain safeguards put up that these things don't happen.
That's why T.I. never signed his own son, because he said, son, if I sign you, I would have to rob you forever. I don't want to do that. I would never be able. You would never be able to make any money from being signed to me. And he said that to the public. He let that be known. That is legit why I never allowed my son to sign with me. But it's really the business, because that was the point. The point was that that's
LeBron ain't robbing Bronny.
Bro, he's not signed to LeBron though. He's not signed to Clutch Sports. Clutch Sports is not owned by LeBron. He's not owned by. It's not owned by LeBron though. It's not owned by LeBron.
Bro, he's in partnership with Clutch Sports. You can't tell me he's not, bro.
It's not the music business though. You don't get robbed in basketball by being signed to an agent unless that agent is just like shiesty back in the He Got Game days or something. But nowadays, agents are. Yeah, like something like that. Somebody wearing a funeral suit instead of a real business suit. Like, it's nothing like that.
This is a crazy story. I really do hope that Reach Records wins. And I hope it's not a situation like what happened with Flame, where they kind of rejected it later on down the line, bro. That's gotta hurt. I mean, that's something you know what I mean? I really hope that it's not. But because that side obviously has the most money, I mean, this is not a secret, right? Because they have the most money, I mean, it makes this an uphill battle for them. But I think that if anybody in this industry can do it, Reach Records can do it. Like, I think that's fair to say. So everybody's going to be trying to root on for this, and who knows? Maybe it winds up trickling its way down.